Welcome to the Omega Studio News. News you can use. Welcome to the Omega Studio News. I'm Curry Clemens. Thank you for joining me on this session. Today is February the 24th, 2020. I want to thank you for being here on this stream with me. These are your stories. Okay, so I know that there Okay, are we back? Yeah. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Definitely are having some technical difficulties right now. And I'm trying to see. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and start off with some breaking news. Sorry if I am having some technical difficulties right now, but welcome to the stream. All right. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Not really sure what's going on with that one. All right. So my first story, I think I lost everything, right? Okay. So my first story is going to start off with jury review. Okay. So I have not seen or heard anything as far as who's going to be on the bench or if anybody is going to be uh, okay, so I don't have anybody. Okay, so we don't know who's going to be on the bench as far as jury review goes tonight. So I'm not really sure if the Queen Supreme Court will be in session tonight, but I can tell you that we are paying close attention to the judges' news, and once when that happens, then we will bring that information to you. Okay, and I believe that usually go down at 9. We usually have some information going down with the guest judge, but we have not received any information. So jury review is going down. I'll summons the jury to come in, but if it's not no Queen Supreme Court going down, then we will have jury review. Okay. All right. My next story. We do know that Kobe Bryant and Gianna funeral memorial service was held today. So I'm going to see if I can get some information on that first. Okay, we're going to, okay, so Kobe Bryant's wife had, Vanessa, the widow of the late Kobe Bryant, had filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the helicopter company and also the pilot. I just want to go ahead and continue this because I had lost all my sources, right? Okay, so we're gonna go straight to the page. Okay, so just stay with me, okay? All right, so it's Monday, and we're gonna go ahead to this story here. Okay, so this story here is definitely this is Kobe Bryant widow files wrongful death lawsuit against helicopter company. Now we all know that this was Kobe's helicopter. However, and this was Kobe's pilot too. However, this is I guess there's a company. So here we're right here. So we know that the memorial service was today, and we do know that this is there's a lawsuit saying that the helicopter, which the LA Laker legend, his daughter Gianna, and some others died in Calabasas, saying that let's see, unspecific damages from the Atlas Express arguing that fall condition on January 20th. Oh, okay, so I'm thinking she's probably suing because including the LAPD helicopter and everything was grounded on that day that it was flying. So could that be the source saying that, hey, listen, your company, your pilot got me and my husband and my daughter up in the air, and could you guys have warned the pilot by saying no, don't fly or something? So let's see. The lawsuit also says the pilot was going 180 miles per hour in the heavy fog and a steep decline. The lawsuit claims the pilot failed to properly monitor the assets, the weather properly to take off. However, remember the NTSB has said that the helicopter didn't have like a source of other information that was required. Remember? So we see here prior to taking off, failed to obtain proper weather data prior to flight, failure to abort the flight when he knew of the cloud condition, failed to maintain control of the helicopter, and failure to avoid natural obstacles in the flight path. Remember, the NTSB, again, the National Transportation Safety Board, has said that the helicopter didn't have a sensor to notify the pilot of the terrain. Remember that? Because the pilot, well, the NTSB has said that the plane was going down. They didn't even know that they didn't know the terrain was there because of the fog. So his helicopter didn't have that equipment. So, here the wife is showing we can understand why, if it was our family member, we'll sue too. However, this would be something that will have to play out in court. And once when this plays out in court, we will give you the information here on social media. Okay? And that is Vanessa, the late Kobe Bryant, wife suing the helicopter company that was carrying her daughter and also her husband and their friends, and they all perished. Okay, so we do know that Harvey Weinstein was found guilty and not guilty. So we'll get into that. That is breaking news. Uh, however, the story was updating because, Harvey Weinstein was remanded back into custody, right? Harvey Weinstein was remanded back into custody, and he is going to Rikers Island. He is going to Rikers Island, and he will definitely be serving his night in Rikers Island tonight. Okay, so he was convicted on charges. I want to. Do we have the information? Do we have any footage? Okay, so we will go. We are going to be going. We're going to go to this source right here. Let's go to this source. Can we go to this source? Can we go to this source here? Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go to this source here, where it's coming from Social Media Network and Harvey Weinstein timeline and how the scandal unfold. But we can see here Harvey Weinstein here in the photo. Again, breaking news: Harvey Weinstein found guilty on some of the charges. However, right here, been found guilty on 2 counts in his sexual assault trial more than 2 years after the first allegation against him emerged. And then there's a whole timeline, but we can tell you that uh, Harvey Weinstein is in Rikers Island. His bail was revoked, and we can tell you that Harvey Weinstein will be going back to court on March the 11th, which is on a Wednesday. Okay. So yeah, so there, as you can see here, this is a timeline of what Harvey Weinstein was going through. As we can see back here, it was happening in October 5th, the 2017, and then we have October 2017, and then we have okay, so the British actor right here says that she felt violated. So yeah, so we are going into the timeline of what convicted Harvey Weinstein, and they're saying that he could possibly get up to 5 years mandatory, but up to 25 years. Okay, he can get up to 25 years on some of the serious charges that he was convicted for, but some of the other charges he wasn't convicted of. Okay, so I can tell you that the prosecutor and the defense, they were just at a standstill because they were saying, well, how can the jury not come to terms with definitely convicting Harvey Weinstein on all charges? Okay, but unfortunately, they convicted him on certain ones and found him not guilty on others. Okay, so again, you're seeing right here a timeline of what Harvey Weinstein was going through, and everything played out in a New York City courtroom in Manhattan, and a verdict came in that Harvey Weinstein was found guilty and that his bail was revoked and that he is at Rikers Island right now, spending the night until he makes his appearance in court again on March 11th. Okay, so stay with the Omega Studio News and the Talk Show T as story is developed. Okay. Okay. So again, shout out to everybody who is tuned in here on social media. I want to thank you so much for being here. Do we have them? Do we have them? Okay. So according to the jury has made their appearance and to the studio. Okay, so I do know that jury review. Okay, so people, the jury, the people. So okay, so we have not received anything from the chambers of the Queen's Supreme Court for tonight. We normally know and we normally see that there will be a session going on at the Queen's Supreme Court with the dishonorable Judge C.S. Madison. But again, we have not seen anything, and the jury people were saying to me that that may have been probably the case because the emergency hearing that had happened throughout the weekend of last week. So that could have played a part in why we may not see the Queen Supreme Court tonight. So the jury is on standby until we hear any more thing. But usually it's going on a time, and that's why the show started this late, because we're just gonna go straight into jury review along with the jury behind me. Okay, but unfortunately, we have not seen anything in social media about what's going down in the Queen Supreme Court. So when we get that information, these guys will be summoned back into the room. But if not, we will just send them home until the Queen and the judge will make her appearance. Okay, so you guys can adios. All right. So my next story is wow. Why do I keep doing this? Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. So we have a lot of there's a lot of stories that I want to cover. Okay. My next story is going to be I'm just going to go on a light note. Okay. So according to social media, right? I don't know who's worse, McDonald's or Burger King. Okay, I don't know who's worse, McDonald's or Burger King. But I can tell you that McDonald's are they have candles. Ladies and gentlemen, McDonald's have candles that smells like a cheeseburger. No. Yes. No. Yes. You heard me right. No, it's not like that. Yes. The candles are cheeseburger, but no, it's not in one candle. It's separate candles. So you have one candle as a cheeseburger, another candle as onions, another candle as pickles, another candle as the ketchup. Let's go to this story. Okay, according to the Shade Room, okay, according to the Shade Room, McDonald's is inventing it, and I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that McDonald's is saying that the candles are sold out. Like you cannot buy them from the stores. You have to go online. Okay, so that's McDonald's to sell candles that smell like a quarter pounder. Okay, so according to the Shade Room, right, they're saying they don't know. Do we have pictures of what this looks like? Let's see if they have. Okay, so right here, McDonald's will be offering ketchup, onions, pickle, cheese, sesame seed buns, and of course, 100% beef scented candles. Have they lost their minds, or are they just like, we need more money? Okay, they're buying out quarter pounders. They're already buying out fast food. They already made America fat again. Okay, they still making America fat again. Okay, so to now put this on the market to say, hey, listen, since we have all our robust people and this is unhealthy food that we're selling, no matter how much we shrink it down to proportion size or whatever ingredients we put into our french fries and hamburgers, people will always come and eat McDonald's. Okay, so while we're now doing this, we're just going to go ahead and invent this since we can. We're getting into the food chain. Now we're going to get into the candy chain by inventing this. So yes, they are. They say 100% onion, pickle, cheese, sesame. You light it all together and all at one, and it will smell just like a quarter pounder, a cheeseburger. So we see here that it says, according to the franchise press release, they said, we also celebrate a community that they truly share love for a quarter pounder on February 26th. We will be honoring one lucky city that takes their freedom for the quarter pounder to new heights. To pay tribute, we are unveiling the larger than life monument of the iconic burger. Just how big image a bronze statue remembering the sesame seed on the bun are more than 20 times the size to experience the delicious quarter pounder. People, you gotta love them. Okay, McDonald's. Hello, McDonald's. McDonald's is definitely on the run by inventing scented candles. Now, my thing is this: you really want to have a candle that smells like onions? Like, is it really gonna be smelling like onions? Like, is it gonna give that whole effect of where your eyes is gonna run? Like, you're gonna start tearing up, okay? Because that's what happens when you smell onions, right? Your eyes start tearing up, and then a room smelling like pickles. For all the pickle lovers that are out there, you can get this candle, and while you're eating pickles, you could light this Santa candle that McDonald's is definitely inventing. Like, seriously. Like, hey, they say, hey, we got to get into the franchise, and we have to, instead of selling food, we got to sell some products, right? So they selling scented candles. Okay, so that was according to the Shade Room. Okay, so my next story is going to go to this. All right. So I reported this story. I reported this story last time, but and this was the story where, and I think I'm not really sure when I reported this. I think I reported this. Uh, I think it was November, December. Okay, but I have to go to the web page. However, there was a story where I shared where the killer of Nipsey Hussle. Okay, we know what Nipsey Hussle is. He's definitely saying that he's innocent, and that was the story that I had broke on the page. However, here is a story on social media saying that Nipsey Hussle killer Eric Holder goes on YouTube from prison. Now, we have the story. We will bring that up here where he is saying, and I'm not really sure if we can play the audio, but he is saying on a phone conversation that he is innocent. Okay? He is innocent. Again, this is what we are dealing with. Okay? So, yes. Okay, so Nipsey Hussle killer Eric Holder, yes, he shares the same name as the former Eric Holder, okay, of the United States. Okay, so here, there is a video here too, but I'm not really sure if we can play that, but I'll read here what it says according to social media. Now Nipsey alleged killer Eric Holder speaking out and claimed that he's innocent. And I can hear on the video that he was speaking to a YouTuber, and a YouTube. Now this is interesting because this brings me to Prison View, where we have the guys right to the show, and they definitely want to express some type of issues or concerns with their case, or they may want to give a shout out to someone. But according to this YouTuber, Nipsey Hussle killer reached out to him, and he definitely is saying that he's innocent. Okay, we do know that 1 year ago that the rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in Los Angeles, and police arrested Nipsey's rival Eric Holder and charged him with the murder and of the legend rapper. But he is claiming that he is innocent. And according to Media Takeout, there's a video up here that is stating that that when he's talking to the guy, he's saying that he is innocent. And this is almost kind of confusing. And I remember, right? I remember this is kind of confusing, almost to the story where, and I shared it at the same time, to where XXX killer who is in jail is saying that he's innocent, and that the killer saying that his mom and his baby mom's XXX baby mom knows that he's innocent. So that this case here with Eric Holder and the Nipsey Hussle killer is saying that he's innocent and he didn't have anything to do with his killer, with him killing Nipsey Hussle. So this is almost like bizarre as that story. And I remember that clearly because I shared it at the same time. And I will go back on the page to see, and I'll give it to you guys. Okay, we could probably get it up here, but I do have so much that I have to cover. So, but yeah, it is on the blog page. So we do. Okay, so this is the video here. Okay, and even people, some people don't care because they say, hey, listen, this guy he allegedly killed Nipsey Hussle. He has not been convicted, but then you're innocent to prove guilty in a court of law. And sometimes people will be satisfied when they have someone in custody because they're saying that this person did it and the police won't arrest anybody if they don't have evidence. Okay, but I'll beg the difference, and I'm not going to talk about that whole Jennifer Hudson case. Okay, but I'm not going to go there. But yeah, anyway, they can, blame someone and say that they are responsible for this crime, but you're proven innocent in the court of law. So this guy is saying that he's innocent, and you can hear this video. I'm not going to play this video, but you can go up there and listen to the whole interview. Okay, but yes, it says here to the podcast. He says that I am on trial right now, and so I can't speak. Really, it's probably a gag order, but definitely he is saying that he is innocent. He's innocent, and he's saying that he wants to clear his name. Eric has already pleaded not guilty to Nipsey killing the alleged gang member who went by the name. We don't want to say his name. Is scheduled to go on trial in a few weeks. But you can catch that whole interview and podcast right here on the MTO page under Nipsey Hussle. Okay? Boom. Moving right along. Okay, so yeah, shout out to everybody who's on social media. Shout out to everybody who's on Facebook. Shout out to those on YouTube, and shout out to those who are on Periscope. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, I apologize for going this late. However, the only reason why I went this late is because I had the jury was already prepared, and we were going to run this segment straight into the Queen's Supreme Court within 9 o'clock. However, we have not received or seen anything from the judges' chambers, so we don't really know if the Queen's Supreme Court is going to be happening today. Okay? But when that happens, or if we get any word, we'll let you guys know if jury review will continue. But I can tell you that when the Queen's Supreme Court goes live or premiere their video, if they have one, we will summons the juror. Okay? Or if the video, if it goes live and then we just talk about it, and then jury people will deliberate on who's on the docket. Okay? All right. So, yes, it's just been a busy Monday. So much happening on today across the world. And, yeah. Okay, so let's go to this next story. Okay, so my next story that I'll be talking about is Kevin Hart. Okay, my next story is Kevin Hart. Okay. Kevin Hart. All right. So Kevin Hart requests dismissal of $60 million sex tape lawsuit, saying he was not properly served. So let's go to this story here and see what he's talking about, so we and me and people on the show get a great understanding of what is going on with this dismissal. Okay? Okay. So according to Social Media Network, Kevin Hart is requesting dismissal of a $60 million sex tape lawsuit, saying he has not been properly served. Okay, so we see here Kevin Hart, star, okay, has filed a motion of dismissal and is looking to have $60 million sex tape lawsuit against him to be dismissed, as he claims that he was not apparently served by the plaintiff. Never really heard about this before, but according to social media, saying that according to Chicago, new court documents say that the process has served, working for the plaintiff simply drove by Hart's home and threw a summons and complaint out of the car window in the sight of a security guard stationed outside the residence last month. But then they're saying the woman who appeared in 2017 sex hate with Hart last year. She filed suits claiming that Hart conspired her with other defenders to file sexual encountering. She claimed, although the sex with the comedian was consensual, she did not agree to be filmed. Jackson was later charged with extortion over the incident. Okay, so I guess Kevin Hart is definitely saying that he wants it dismissed because he was not properly served, and that when that happened, that serving was just was thrown out, and well, it wasn't thrown out; it was thrown by a security booth, and I guess he don't check the mail, so maybe nobody didn't give it to him at that time. But yeah, I'm not sure about that, but if he's requesting it to be thrown, that's a lot of money. Somebody requesting 60 million. I think obviously it must be some great details because to get that amount of money, we might be looking at something. And of course, according to that complaint not complaint, what we just read, that statement is that even though it was consensual, she didn't consent to be filmed. And then for it to be filmed, it's like, you know, why do you record me if I don't have your consent or you don't have my consent? So $60 million is a lot. Okay, so yeah, so we'll stay with the Omega Studio News and Social T as that story develops. Okay. All right. So my next story is okay. So also too, if you guys are on social media and you guys are live in the chat room, if you guys want to give us a shout out, you guys can put on in the comments and then we'll pop it up on the screen. That's only because I'm not really sure if the program updated itself, but before I was telling you guys that the messages on YouTube, I mean the messages on Facebook, you can't really send the messages and then I can't put it on board. But now, as I was doing it on live stream, I was able to put the messages up. So I guess I can put them up now. So yeah, so just if you have a message, hello, we'll put it up here on the screen. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to check to see if we have anything from the no. Okay, so let's go and do this story now. All right, so okay, so I talked about this guy before, and we do know that when we talked about this guy, we actually talked about the fact that he may possibly may have gotten probably decades behind jail, but we know that he definitely was not. He was definitely not. He didn't get the amount of numbers we expected, but we do know that he's in jail. But I do know that this person is in the news. 6ix9ine. Okay, a cop connected to 6ix9ine and non-Trey gangster to be sentenced next month. I can tell you that all the people who was involved with 6ix9ine, and I did tell you in December that they're going down. 6ix9ine snitched on a lot of people. We're gonna go straight to the source on this cop that is now going down along with this whole fuckery shit. Okay, so yeah, according to social media, a sergeant, the girlfriend of the friend of 2 years. Okay, so it was a police New York sergeant, believe. Okay, so it says here that the sergeant copper was caught up in the middle of a straight 6ix9ine. We're just gonna say 6ix9ine Nantre Blood RICO case is due to be sentenced next month in court. So the sergeant was snitching on by her own boyfriend was implemented in the gang and a drug dealing ring. So we do see here that the drug dealer cooperated with the government, revealing that under oath that he had to hire the sergeant to transport the drugs because he believed that she would be able to do the job without raising suspicions from authority. Now I told y'all this before, and that story is actually on social media, and it is on the blog page. That again, 6ix9ine when 6ix9ine was being sentenced, 6ix9ine definitely had said and to his fans that what he was doing was all a fake. Okay, he was doing it because he wanted to stick out, and he was doing it because he thought that that was the lifestyle. So what he's seen growing up depicted in his mind that this is what hip hop and being a gangster is. So he figured by dyeing his hair, getting these tattoos on his body, the way he was just making it all up. He was doing it just for play. And he said that. He said he's sorry about it. But unfortunately, and then and also the other story was it was where I think it was who was it? It was well, we do know Jim Jones was talking about this too because it was something to do with the non-trade. But someone did say that there was like when 6ix9ine was in the game, it was like having the police there because he was just recently in social media, and I did break that news to you guys. It was like saying that they should have known that he was somebody that was the police. That's how to use it. Okay, so the sergeant was later identified as, when I could say her name, appear in the court and plead guilty to one felony count of possession with intent to manifest and distribute or dispose a controlled substance in November 2019. Here it is, you are a sergeant, you got a good job with the police department, and you doing something stupid like this, and then what happens? You lose it all. That's why I say to myself, woosah. We got to do woosah because when we're in predicaments like that, we should know that we got good jobs going, we got good money coming into our family. We don't need that type of bullshit. Okay, was he paying me to do this? That I'm gonna put my life on the line. I'm gonna put my job on the line. Now I have a criminal record, and now I'm going to jail, federal jail at that. Okay, I'm sure she was. I'm sure she was fired by the police department, and I'm sure she's not going to be able to work as a police officer ever again in New York. And that's going to look bad for her record if she want to be a police law enforcement somewhere else. Okay, so you have to think. That's why I always say to myself, you have to think before you do something. Okay, because the outcome of the situation you can't change. Okay, you can't look back and say, "Well, damn, I can." Well, certain things you can look back on it if it doesn't affect someone else. If you haven't done it to the point where it hasn't affected someone, then you can go back and change it. But when it's affected someone, that decision has affected someone, and you can't change that, then you're screwed. So think before your actions. Okay, and in that case, that officer was not thinking. And because of 6ix9ine being his fake and phony ass, okay, he has gotten her along with other people sentenced, and then him, including himself. So yeah, so yes, people who you out there definitely following, okay, and I had to really understand myself because people who out there who you're following may not be real, okay, they just may be fake and phony, and they just putting on a picture just for the cameras, and then when the cameras is off, it's like they're totally somebody else. Okay, so we have to be careful. Somebody always told me that I don't know, Mr. Williams. Yes, Mr. Williams. I will never forget this, Mr. Williams. You know who you are. He has always told me that your representative always shows up when you first meet someone. Your representative shows up, and then when that representative leaves and they're already in the game, then your true self come out. And that's what happened with 6ix9ine. his representative was there. Okay, and then now his representative has gone, and y'all see who he really is. Okay, so because of 6ix9ine caused this sergeant to go to jail, and now she'll have to pay for that for the rest of her life. Okay, so my next story is we're moving right along here. It is a busy Monday. Okay, so I talked about this before, and I'll say it again right here on the live. People, stop getting mad. Stop getting mad at certain things. Okay, stop getting mad at the littlest things. Okay, and be happy and grateful of the things that we already have. Right? Okay, and what I mean by that, my next story is I talked about this on the other day. Okay, I talked about this on the other day. People were upset because Whitney Houston is about to have a hologram tour. And also, Whitney Houston is about to go into the Hall of Fame come April, along with Biggie Smalls. So, Black History Month on that. However, people are getting upset because Whitney Houston is about to go on tour with a hologram, and people are just devastated. They're just upset. They're just, and I said on my show, on the last show that I had, last show that I did, I think it was before. Listen, we just got to embrace. We have to embrace it because we know if this lady was alive, we will be all around her and putting her in the blogs and everything. But the lady's dead. The hologram is there to show and to at least get a feeling again to have her around one more time. You understand? So this hologram, according to social media, and we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. It is. We're gonna go to. Okay. Yeah, people just got upset because they were just not really. They weren't happy at the fact that she has a hologram right here. Okay, so yes, there's the beautiful late Whitney Houston. Okay, she just had an anniversary coming up that came up on her death. Okay, but Whitney Houston estate shares new preview of upcoming hologram tour, and people are just not upset. According to the Shade Room, right? It has it has been in the works for a while, but the first official look at Whitney Houston singing hologram has just been revealed. Okay, so they're saying that uh, the hologram tour, It Ain't Evening with Whitney international leg of tour begin in Mexico on January 23rd, 2020 and ends and on April the 3rd. Okay, and then we see something here. If we play this, what will we see? Okay, hold on, let me see what we have. Y'all can't hear it, but this is part of what the hologram looks like. Okay, Michael Jackson has something like that. Wow, that looks really, really. That looks. That looks really. That don't look like Whitney. We know that don't look like Whitney because Whitney is dead. But they possibly did the best they could do to at least have her, or for us to help share the memory on her legacy that she, has left. Michael Jackson did it. They did it for Michael Jackson. They're going to do it for Prince. So it says here, okay, speaking about the hologram tour, Pat Houston had this to say. She adores her audience, and that's why we know she would have loved this hologram theoretic concept at the event at their level of something special. Right, the base hologram track recorded to be fully authenticated and respectful made them the perfect partner. The upcoming tour will allow audience to experience Whitney's amazing voice and passion for the music for a long time to come, and to help them share that music and the magic future generation. That's what I was saying. So like, get over it, people. Like, get over it. Like, seriously, get over it. Okay, so we have a comment. Oh, hey, what's up, Les? There we go. How you doing? Oh, I was looking for you on a live on what was it, the other day, because I wanted to test out or actually I had introduced you guys. I had introduced everybody that, as you see the name at the bottom. This is my next guest who's going to be on the show with me, and I was gonna hopefully get you on the show. We had jury review tonight. However, we're unable to. We haven't got anything back from the the courtroom. So yes, I had told you guys about my next guest. Well, not I'm not having a guest now, but the co-host, and this is the co-host you can see right here. All right, so let's thank you guys. Thank you for appearing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so that was for Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston definitely is having a hologram tour. It had already started in Mexico and it will be ending on April 3rd. Okay. So yeah, my next story is, let's move right along. Okay, so yeah, so I already had this. I already brought her on my show before. Okay, we brought her on the show before. We brought her on the show because she had an issue with Kenya Moore, and we had brought her. Then we brought her back on the show because she was on the talk, and now again, my girl Nene is in headlines yet again. Okay. Okay, so Real Housewives Nene Leakes confronted Kenya Moore about their feud. I don't have an issue. Can we go to that story? Okay, so we see right here Real Housewives of Atlanta Nene Leakes confronts Kenya Moore about their feud. I don't have an issue. Okay, so Nene Leakes has patched up her strained relationship with some of the Real Housewives co-star, including Candy Burrs and Portia and Cynthia Bailey, who we've seen on the show. But now Kenya Moore is another story. Okay, so again, their tensions go way back, but most recently during last year final, Nene made serious of a comments about them, the pregnant co-star, calling her a monster and making fun of her size. I mean, these are professional, classy women, and they are doing this. But this is why we love them, because this is what started us for watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know about y'all, but it started me to watch that, and I love it. Okay, because it exists, and it's nothing juicier than to have end the stories about a person's life and drama. Okay, so yeah, so again, since then, things between the two have only gotten worse. On Sunday's episode of Bravo reality series, Nene 52 approached More 49. Nene 52, More 49. They are like up there, and it's like they are doing this type of behavior. In an attempt to clear the air, instead of forgiveness, though, Moore only had a cold shoulder to offer Nene. Is there an issue? Nene asked Moore. After Moore rejected the two attempts of a hug, I'm just letting you know that I don't have an issue, and I really want you to understand that. We'll talk about it. We will talk another time, Moore said, eventually brushing Nene off with a thank you. Okay, so let's brush this off. Okay, so yes, Nene, again, I have arrived, honey, and the spotlight is on me. Yes, Nene will always be Nene, and the girls can't take her. And again, I just think that they're doing this because they need a storyline and they need Nene. If Nene wasn't there, honey, I don't know what would be their storyline. I don't know. I'm just saying. We just know that they are always having a little feud. And again, this has been those tapes has been recorded, so we don't know what they're going through right now. Again, like I said before, people could just be putting on the show for the people, and then in real life they just be like, "What's up, bitch? You know, we got these ratings up, we got that money, and you know, we got to go out there and do it all over again to show them that we really hate each other." But in real life, we really ate school rules, right? So we never know. Okay, so we just gotta really, you know, go with the flow. All right. So moving right along. Okay. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. Some people may feel that have their different opinions, but we just move right along. That's right. All right. Cool. So my next story is okay. My next story is this. Okay. So my next story is very important because I believe that as a woman and men are totally different from this story, but for women, I believe it's very important that you get annual checkups because my next story is a shocker. Okay. Okay. My next story is a mother was diagnosed with cervical cancer after putting off a smear test for 10 years. I'm not really sure as a woman that that is even long enough to go without a pap smear. But my thing is this woman, when it's time for you to go for your smear test, go for your smear test. Because according to this woman, she did not go for 10 years and now she has or has been diagnosed with cervical cancer. Okay, this is her right here. Okay, a mother who put off getting a smear test for decades has now been diagnosed with cervical cancer. A 31-year-old claims being pregnant 4 times back to back led to the postpone of her and cervical cancer. Now, I don't know how important it is for a woman, but I'm a man, but I'm sure it's very important. Don't let anything delay you to get those important checkups. Okay, and again, she did not go and she is now battling cervical cancer. This is her, and these are her kids. And according to her, these kids right here had stopped her from going over a decade. Okay, but we're saying go. After experiencing abdominal bleeding, uh, the hair technical had feelings it may be cancer. Like she even had a feeling. Okay, she went for the checkup on the 20th of December last year, and she was told she had stage two tumors on the 5th of February. She was anxiously awaiting results of an MRI scan, which will determine whether the disease has spread. Okay, again, this is her and her kids. Okay, so I'm saying it's very important that you go and get checked out and have these important tests done because if you don't, then you know possibility of test being ran, you can get this. Okay, pregnancy can make the result of smear test harder to read, resulting in more women being able to delay the screening until the last 12 weeks after they've given birth. Okay, so maybe that was a little inconvenient for her, but I think 12 weeks compared to 10 years, 12 weeks, 10 years, 12 weeks, 10 years, do the math, okay? Just go and get checked out if you could possibly can, okay? So let's go ahead and move that story over. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so my next story is okay. So I know that I have wrote to you guys the news on. Okay, I guess I don't have that. Okay, so my next story is you guys know where we're going. We're going into time, going into numbers. All right, so as I always do, I take you guys over to the debt clock. Okay, always try to get the debt clock. It's almost like how the news stations and everybody get the whole stock market, like the stock market here on Omega Studio News. This is our stock market, which is the debt clock. Okay, because this gives us a real time of where our money is going and where it's being spent. Okay, so if you see here, our national debt is continuing to rise. Okay, and our GDP is continuing to add more money into it, as well as all the other statistics and data over here. Right here is changing. Okay, like I say before, that time is ticking. Time is ticking. Okay, so everybody, we do know, again, we use that expression here from the Yang Gang, make math, make America think harder. When we look at these numbers here, we always want to think harder and smarter where our money is being put and where our investments and everything is being held at. But again, if you don't know what this is called the debt clock. Okay, the debt clock gives you real time of where your money is being spent, including your IRS. Okay, well, we know here on IRS, they're getting all their money, right? They're getting all their money. See, the IRS is green. The IRS is green, and our debt is red. Okay, these are all the statistics here, but you guys can see right here that our U.S. total debt is now. Let's go ahead and read these numbers. You got hundreds, thousands, million, billion, trillion. So we have 75 trillion, 833 billion, 576 million and counting. Okay, so this is our debt clock, and right here on the Omega Studios Social T, like how they have the stock market, this is our stock market here, the debt clock, where I will take you here and give you live updates as it's happening. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning into that. Okay. Also, too, I want to thank everybody who tuned in to Sunday, which was not just Sunday; it was also Kobe Bryant's day. And at the top of the story, have brought to you the breaking news that Kobe Bryant's wife is suing the helicopter manufacturer company who was responsible for, or could be responsible for, the death in the helicopter that they were carrying, and also a pilot who was also killed in that crash, as well as 224, which a memorial service was going down for Kobe Bryant and his daughter, 13-year-old daughter Gianna, at the Staples Center this morning. Okay, kicked off around 10, where they had some names like Beyonce performing and Kelly Clarkson, right? Kelly Clarkson? Okay, well, Beyonce performing, and also Michael Jordan remembering, and also uh, Shaquille O'Neal remembering Kobe Bryant. And then the most touching was when Vanessa had read her statement, thanking and telling her husband to take care of their daughter. God wanted them together. He took them together, and he brought them home together. Okay, so that was a touching story on that note. That was the first time that we heard her speak since the crash, where where Kobe Bryant died on January 26th in Calabasas in a helicopter crash with 8 other people. And then the breaking news where Harvey Weinstein was found guilty on two charges where now Harvey Weinstein is in Rikers Island right now as we speak, pending charges. Pending charges? There are pending charges. Okay, so Harvey Weinstein is in jail, but we are getting updates now that Harvey Weinstein will have to answer 2 charges in Los Angeles County yet again. Okay, so he might be charged. He's already been charged. He has answered to charges in Los Angeles County after he was found guilty here in New York City. Okay, and also too, we're now saying that he will be sentenced on March the 11th. March 11th. Okay, he is in custody. His bail was revoked, and also too, we believe that he will have to register as a sex offender when he come out of jail, right? Just like how Bill Cosby will have to register as a sex offender. And now we're getting word also too that it's not looking good for R. Kelly, but we do know that R. Kelly have a bail hearing, which will be March the 5th, correct? Okay, so stay with the Omega Studio News and Talk Show T. As more information for those stories continue, we will give it to you right here on the page. Okay, next. Okay, so my next story, we'll be going right over to the blog page. Okay, so we're going to go to the blog page now. Is it up and running? Because usually we have problems with the blog page. Okay, so we're gonna go to the blog page. Okay, so everybody, welcome to the blog page. Welcome to Omega Studio News and Talk Show T blog page. This is the blog page that is ran by our affiliations over there in Los Angeles. Okay, so not really happening on the blog page. We can tell you the blog page is up to date. Car chats with T.S. Madison. Check it out, T.S. Madison. Maddie Mob. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so this post here is okay, so welcome to the blog page. Happy Monday. If you missed out on the latest with T.S. Madison, then check this video yet again. Yes, the queen herself and her side partner Chi Chi. Please. Okay, but okay, please. Okay, so guys can catch. Okay, please, you guys can catch the latest on the Omega Studio News Social T on T.S. Madison News. And there's T.S. Madison, and then we have already came to a conclusion at the Omega Studio News. We will use GFIs of T.S. Madison after every post. Okay, then we have the Omega Studio News live special guest with Naylove. Okay, so Naylove was on our show on the other day. Okay, so we captured that up there. Happy Monday. This is for Monday. The blog page, we have the latest for Omega Studios Talk Show T. Sunday, Kobe Bryant Day with special guest Naylove. So thanks Naylove for coming up on the show. We do have, I'm not really sure why this thumbnail is like with this cat on here, but it's not supposed to be this. It's supposed to be something else. Okay? Then we go to back to the front page. Okay? And then you can catch all the latest up here. Also, too, I don't have that story, but I do know that, yeah, because I'm getting a lot of hits from this post here. I'm getting a lot of hit from the whole T.S. Madison and former manager Gio Lashes out on social media. But listen to me. I was listening to a story, a video with Ahmad Wiggins interviewing in an interview where he's saying that the manager blocked him, and then he was going off on a story. Ahmad was going off on a story of how, you know, him and T.S. Madison, and then Geo manager. But you can go up on my radio show. But I could just tell you that again, it's like sometimes you got to be careful what you say out there. And again, in this video here, he is going off on everything. Okay, you guys could check it out right here on the page. But I'm not sure. We have not heard it from T.S. Madison's mouth that she don't have a manager. But right now, this is happening, and somebody is mad, and that's all I can say. Well, not say. I'm speaking in subliminal messages. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so coffee and conversation, is that updated? The coffee and conversation. Okay, no, the video for throwback is still up there. Okay, so we will have to change that. Daquan Jones, hit me up. Okay, we have to get that changed. The session. The session. The session is okay. So okay. So again, at this time, I want to take this time out and say, Princess Diamond, hit me up. I gotta talk to you, boo. Okay, actually, right there, you guys can see it. There is the OmegaStudioNews. Join me with guest Naylove. Thank you so much for appearing. Looking forward to having a sit down and talk about some hot topics. So again, she made her appearance on the show. So thank you, Naylove. Okay, moving right along. Right, then we have the breaking news for the show, and then we have the press KJC press room, and then all the RSS feed for YouTube and also Facebook. Okay, ways you get the co-host up and the moderator for the OmegaStudioNews. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check to see if we have any if if uh if T.S. Madison put something out on for tonight. Okay, nothing. Okay, so as of now, I don't see anything up there. So the jury people may probably just be sent home. Okay, they're gonna be really pissed off at me. They're gonna be like, "Damn it, you brought me here, and now we gotta go home because there's nothing happening." Okay, I don't know, but let's bring the jury people in. Let's bring the jury people in. Can we bring the jury people in and let them know they definitely don't want to hear terrible news, but we got to tell them. Okay, got to tell them. We got to tell them. Okay, jury people. Okay, so here's the good news and here's the good news. Okay, the good news is that you guys are here and you're always here on time, and that we are happy to see your face. Okay, the good news is that T.S. Madison Judge has not posted anything, so we may not be having jury review tonight. So unfortunately, you guys was brought here, but then you're gonna have to leave again, and then be summoned again when the judge takes the bench. But right now, we don't have anything, so I'm just letting you guys know right here on jury review, because we're not gonna be convening tonight. So you guys are just gonna be sit back and just like how the emergency hearing happened, then we will bring you guys out. Okay, so okay. They don't want to hear it, so all right, adios. All right, they don't want to hear it. They just do not want to hear it at this time. They do not want to hear it because they like, well, you keep bringing us out, keep putting people back on the docket. What's going on? Why these reoccurring people? What's going on? I'm like, why the judges doing these dances and they not in their robes, and I just get all these questions and I'm like, I don't have the answers to all these questions. It's not like I told them in the beginning. It's not like the courtroom we would expect with the black robes. It used to be like that, but this judge comes with a different attitude, and every attitude is different. And I told him that there are cussing, there is drinking, and we do have the election sign up, and they are just not prepared. Okay, they still trying to put together Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Clyde, Rufus name together. And again, I told you when they delivered that name, they had like 10 papers, like each name. Okay, so they're still trying to say, okay, you told us it was Wendy Williams. Like, yeah, man, I told y'all, but in the Queen's Supreme Court, you got to expect something different. It's not like your average courtroom. It is a different type of courtroom. Okay, so yeah, so jury will reconvene when the Queen takes the bench. Okay, the judge takes the bench. All right. So, okay. Is there anything else that we are going to? Let me see. Yeah, let me see. I disagree with you. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Somebody got a comment up here. Let me see what we could do about this. Okay, so we have this comment up. Okay, so let's put this up here. Okay, so we do have someone who says that I disagree with you, my friend. Pat Houston is money grabbing. Okay, so this is talking about the hologram. Okay, grab her husband, Carrie Houston. Whitney fans does not want this tour. And on top of that, Pat Houston is releasing Whitney Houston's first self-titled. Oh, it's all about money. Okay. Well, and this is from Facebook, you guys. So we were able to post this from the Facebook. So we do have our people who are chiming out there in the cyber world about this whole thing. And a lot of people are just not ready for this hologram. And we just took a look right here of what this hologram looks like. And I can see why people are not satisfied because they want the real thing. But Whitney Houston is dead. We can't have the real thing. So, yeah, we'll discuss more about that in another topic. Okay. So, yes. Okay. All right. So, my next story, do we have any story? Okay. So, we talked about the wrongful death. We talked about Weinstein. I was just gonna save that one for Prison View because Prison View is going to be on Fridays, right? Kobe Bryant Day on Sunday, Throwback Thursday on Thursday, Hump Wednesday, okay, and then we have Super Tuesday, All Thanks on Monday, and then Saturday is just open day. Okay, Nene Leakes confront Kenya Moore. Okay, Nipsey Hussle killer reach out to a podcast on YouTube. Kevin Hart wants his $60 million sex tape lawsuit dismissed, saying that he wasn't properly served. 6ix9ine, in his case, well, not in his case, but a sergeant in New York who put everything on the line just to portray in this is being sentenced, okay, next month. McDonald's is bringing out these candles, scented candles, which will be going on sale, which you're not going to find because it's been sold out. Different scented candles like 100% beef, pickles, onions, ketchup, just to make a room smell like a cheeseburger or a quarter pounder, okay? And Whitney Houston hologram, okay? So those are the stories that I talked about. Let me tell you what is happening for this week. I can tell you that we have the anniversary of Trayvon Martin that will be going down on the 26th. Okay, Trayvon Martin anniversary will be going down on the 26th, will make 8 years that Trayvon Martin was shot and killed, okay, which the 17-year-old was killed on February 26, 2012 in Florida by Andrew Zimmerman, okay? So his anniversary, we will look back on his life and legacy, Trayvon Martin, on the 26th, okay? We do know that Ash Wednesday is on Wednesday, okay? Ash Wednesday on the 26th as well. And then also too, I did have here that because you know I wanted to talk about them. I'm gonna hold talk about them. Okay, so the Real Gay Wives of Houston anniversary had kicked off on the 24th. Was it 25th? The 25th of episode 2 for season 1. Okay, what the hit is so popular on YouTube, The Real Gay Wives of Houston, created by the late Shirley Norwood and D. Paul Norwood. Okay, so you can catch that on YouTube. And shout out to Charlie Stewart, who is battling cancer right now. Shout out to them. Our prayers and support are with you, okay, as they are now trying to film for up and coming new season and episodes. Okay, so shout out to them. The Real Gay Wives of Houston anniversary is coming up when episode 2 dropped down for season 1 right on YouTube. Okay. All right. Okay, so there was one more other, and I don't even have that. This is not working. Okay, so yes, so the gender, yes, so the agenda for will be coming out very soon. We say for the beginning of, well, the 5th of the 6th, which will be next week, where the Omega Studio News and Social T will post on its sites the scheduling for the shows that I broke down for you guys. Okay, Prison View Fridays, Kobe Bryant Day on Sunday, Hump Day on Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Super Tuesday, and All About Monday. Yeah, well, we haven't really done anything for Coffee and Conversation. Like, we was going to kick that off on Wednesdays. And then it didn't happen. And then also, yeah, House of Workout. Again, I did get copy strikes from those videos because I played music. So, yes. And Princess Diamond, if you're here, can you please hit me up? Because we would like to know more. We can discuss more about the Pretty Bitch Club. So shout out to the Pretty Bitch Club. Shout out to Talk Show T. Shout out to Omega Studio News. Shout out to all the cyber friends on social media for who's liking, comment, sharing. Shout out to those on YouTube who have subscribed to our page and also who comment and watch and share the view. Thank you guys so much. Okay? And here on Facebook. And also special thanks to people over in Periscope. Thank you guys so much. Okay? All right, so yeah, so it's been a busy Monday. I want to take this time out again to say thank you guys all for tuning in to the show. Okay? And you will find this show on YouTube and also on Facebook. Okay? So again, thank you guys for watching. If you can, like this video, share, and comment. Okay, thank those who are here. Thank those who are on their way. I am Kareem Clemens, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye.